We go to, wait a minute, I'm one of the good ones.
It started like this.
Baltimore.
Suck again!
A young white woman, entrepreneur who fought for Black Lives Matter
Stop it!
and against systematic racism,
Please!
was ended at her apartment building
It escalated quickly.
by a MAGA hat wearing white dude.
Yes, of course.
Wait,
Hold up.
it wasn't a white dude.
Wait a minute.
It was a black guy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oops, my bad.
But wait! There's more!
I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this, when you spend your entire life fighting for the cause,
You stupid fuck!
and in the end, the cause kills you.
God, you can't make this shit up.
How'd that work out?
Nothing to see here, please!
But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Friday. And of course, it's the end of a week. We're going into the Memorial Day weekend, a long weekend for most of you. And feel good all the way around, you know? Well, for some, yes. For others, yeah, not so much. We go to Baltimore. It is a wild and crazy story that's possibly that you might have missed with all the other bullshit stories that are going on all around there. And of course, with Iran and United States and Trump and Israel and stupid ass Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and all this other nonsensical bullshit. This one, like I said, you might have missed. We go to Baltimore, where a young white woman who was an entrepreneur in the tech field, who fought for Black Lives Matter, who fought against systematic racism, who fought for the cause, ends up getting ended by a MAGA hat wearing white dude. Right? The story would be blasted all over media. But no, it turned out to be a black guy, so yeah, it doesn't fit the narrative. And here we go. This coming out of Revolver. The crazy story of Pava LaPere, the woman who supported Black Lives Matter and black bodies right up until she was ended by one of those black bodies, yes. Pava LaPere was, by all accounts, a rising star in Baltimore's tech scene, a young, woke entrepreneur who founded EcoMap Technologies and earned recognition as one of Maryland's most promising innovators. She was also, like so many in her demographic and zip code, a true believer in the cult of progressive cadism. She celebrated Black Lives Matter, amplified the language of black bodies and systematic oppression of racism, and embraced the ideological framework that treated policing as the problem for criminals and the victims. Of course, the criminals are always the victims. She was, in the parlance of the modern left, deeply committed to the cause. Of course, white woman, Black Lives Matter activist, raped and ended by a black man she let in. He followed her home. She trusted him enough to open the door. She fought for them. They ended her. This isn't rare. Hundreds of thousands of white people are victimized by black violent crime on a what seems to be a daily basis. The story is making the rounds again on X. And of course, this goes back to September of 23. I've never heard of this, and I live in the area until now. And for the good reason. It deserves to be told and retold until the lesson finally sinks in. In September of 23, LaPere was brutally ended in her Baltimore apartment by Jason Billingsley, a violent repeat offender, shock and awe, with a rap sheet savage attacks, who has been allowed to walk free in an exact assault on crime system that progressive activism helped build and defend. Of course, it's Maryland. You should expect nothing less. The same ideological movement that LaPere championed and spent years defunding the police, pressuring prosecutors to go easy on violent offenders, and smearing anyone who warned about the consequences of being a racist. Pava LaPere believed the narrative. She paid for it with her life. The mainstream media buried the story as fast as it could. Some stories don't go away, though. This one shouldn't. So we go to this. This coming from MSN. Of course, this is the actual video of her letting the person in. And what's even more, funner, if you can call it that, more disturbing and absolutely disgraceful, is the interrogation. And here we go.
You're watching is walking back to her own apartment building. It's just after 10:30 at night. She's coming home from a festival downtown. She's smiling. She's relaxed.
It's about 13
Watch
minutes
her
long. I'm not going
glance
to play the
behind her.
entire thing. I'm just going
She
to play
doesn't
what's
know
needed.
she was followed. 40 seconds after she walks in, a man jogs up to the door. He looks through the glass. He sees her on the couch inside. He waves to get her attention. They talk for less than a minute.
And remember, this guy's not some third world douchebag, Islamo-Nazi that was let in on a effing boat. No, sadly, he was one of ours, an American. A piece of shit, but an American nonetheless.
Then she opens the door and lets him in. She would never come out alive. Her name is Pava LaPere. She's 26 years old.
You see, I had my life entirely mapped out. A blueprint for how I was going to make a change in the world.
There's a dead body on
This is the actual 911 call.
Franklin.
Tell me exactly what happened, Kevin.
We filed a missing person report for my friend and boss this morning, and we just checked the rooftop of the building. I'm looking at her.
Okay, is she awake?
No.
Is she breathing?
No.
Please tell me why does it look like she's dead?
I don't want to get
These are the actual photos from the police.
You gotta get closer, Kevin. Why does it look like she's dead? Come on, Kevin, you got this.
Her face is, she looks like she's been dead for a couple of days, and she's partly naked. I think she was being killed.
I'm sending you help, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Now, it gets really worse.
this. Were you at 306? That is the address, right? Yeah, 306. 306 West Franklin Street? You're not answering that? Okay.
It's so that my own sister like 7 years ago.
Yes, blame it on the sister because the sister's the one who did the heinous demonic act. Okay.
You get caught that night. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Let me tell you what's crazy.
Now, this is the cop who's doing the interrogation. Now, he brings up the history of Miss Pava LaPere.
What's crazy is this young lady was a pillar in the community, going into her apartment, trying to make her life better and the lives better for everybody around her.
And how she do that?
She fought for Black Lives Matter.
There it is.
She fought for police injustice,
There it is.
right? She fought for all of that. She was an advocate for all of that.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
the very thing and the very people she fought for, she died at the hands of this guy right here.
Boom.
She died at the hands of this guy here, the guy that she would advocate for.
And that would be you, you piece of shit.
The guy, so that's what's f***ed up. Ecoman, technology stands against systemic racism, bigotry, in a police state that criminalizes black bodies. That's what she promoted. That's what she was about. That's why she trusted and wasn't biased and trusted that you would be an honorable person and let you in the building.
But she was one of the good ones. My thoughts. Shock and awe. No, not really. Not really. Atlanta, Miami, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, LA, Austin, Texas. And I can go on and on. This seems to be happening on a daily basis. Now, this story happened in 2023. And of course, I was reading the story to you. It got buried by the media because it didn't fit their narrative. Had it been reversed, had it been a white dude who went up to an apartment building following a black woman into her building and ended her, this would have gotten blasted all over the place. You would have had MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all the alphabet media would have been screaming and yelling from the hilltops 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How dare we allow this happen? This racisms happen. They would have been rioting in the streets. You would have had 90-year-old Al Sharpton running around out there holding Black Lives Matter sign, fighting for the cause. She fought her life for fighting for the cause. And in the end, the cause killed her. Just like any cult, Black Lives Matter was a cult. Like Jim Jones and David Koresh and, what is it? Heaven's Gate and Islam. They're all cults. And what happens when you get caught up in a cult? You bow down, kiss the rings, you grab your ankles, you spread your cheeks, and you give your total obedience to the cult. She created tech in regards to revolving around fighting all these supposed things that are happening, which of course, if you look at federal and state statistics, no, not really. So sadly, parents lost a daughter, nieces lost an aunt. Friends lost a coworker, all for a lie, And you would have thought that with everything that happened in 2020, the summer of love, everybody's holding hands and singing Kumbaya, that some people, it would have sunk in, but there's so many people out there with thick fucking skulls that they still don't understand that the enemy is not out there, it's among us. Right outside your window. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Wow, couldn't get that out. And we'll see you next time. Peace.